And Hunter Biden might not be the only conflict of interest problem facing this White House, because in a new letter to Ron Klain being released exclusively on this show tonight, 3 GOP congressmen are requesting documents related to attorney Lee Wolosky. Now, Wolosky was hired last September to work with the National Security Council on resettlement and other issues regarding the U.S. drawdown from Afghanistan. He resigned from his White House post in January, and that's where things get interesting. A month later, Biden issued an executive order splitting $3.5 billion in assets from the Afghan central bank among the 9/11 victims. The attorney representing those families? You guessed it, Lee Wolosky. Joining us now is one of the co-signers of that letter, Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan. Congressman, what do you hope to find in those documents?
Well, we hope to get some answers to a couple questions we asked there, but you laid it out, Laura. 4 months. He gets hired in September. He leaves in January. A few days, literally days after he leaves, we find out that his law firm, he's representing these plaintiffs who get the windfall because Joe Biden changed the process with an executive order, didn't go through the normal fund you go through for families who've been impacted and hurt by terrorism. So that raises all kinds of concerns. And then you couple that with what we're now learning about the Hunter Biden situation, which seems to be all kinds of things get done that benefit the first family. That's our concern and why we sent the letter.
Now, one of the lawyers, Congressman, is defending that huge amount of in legal fees that they're set to receive. Another Havlish lawyer who was asked not to be named dismissed the criticism that their potential windfall is unfair. 20 years ago, everybody thought we were crazy when we filed this lawsuit. When you're a success, you're greedy lawyers, he said. Well, your response,
well, yeah, I mean,
lawyers do get a lot of money, Congressman. I mean, as a former practicing attorney, you know, if it's $800, $1,000 an hour, I don't know what they charge or how they calculated it. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, they do, but this happened literally days after he leaves the White House, where he was working on matters that pertain to Afghanistan. He leaves, and the money that comes from Afghanistan goes around the normal process into a new fund that is going to benefit the very clients that he's representing just days after he leaves the White House. So again, this is the same White House that told us on Sunday, oh, there's nothing to worry about. Hunter Biden and Joe Biden did nothing wrong, according to Ron Klain. The same Ron Klain who you just talked about, who 10 years ago was going to Hunter Biden and said, hey, can you give us some money to help the vice president and keep it low key? So I think that's a concern when you have particularly these two events happening at the same time. We're learning all kinds of information relative to the first family.
Well, Congressman, when you hear Joe Biden say, as we just played a few minutes ago, when he said, oh, well, the Justice Department, they have to act independently. I know I'm not putting any pressure, but then they clearly managed to leak out the fact that the President of the United States wants the Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, to act more like a prosecutor and less like a ponderous judge. So they knew that was coming out. That in and of itself could pressure Garland, yes?
Yeah, they wanted him to go after President Trump. And also, just think about how this Hunter Biden story has changed. First, it wasn't Hunter Biden's laptop. Then it was, oh, it's his laptop, but it's Russian disinformation. And then it was, well, it's not really Russian disinformation, but Joe Biden wasn't involved. Now it was, well, Joe Biden was involved, but they did nothing wrong because Ron Klain told us on Sunday they did nothing wrong. I mean, that is amazing how that has evolved over 18 months. It went from 18 months ago, no, this is not true, to now we had the Washington Post last Wednesday write 2 stories, one at 11 o'clock, one at 11:04, 2 8-page stories 4 minutes apart saying it's all true. The laptop is real. The eyewitness is real. The emails are real. The only thing fake 18 months ago was the news, and it was just days before the most important election we have, and the American people were denied an opportunity to have the facts in front of them when they make a decision about who's going to be our commander-in-chief. That's why this is so important. And then you couple it with this story, with how this one lawyer benefited just days after he left the White House. That is why so many Americans are so frustrated by what they see going on in today's White House and the Biden administration.
Yeah, well, it's nice that the Washington Post says that it's time for a reckoning over the Hunter Biden story.
Yep.
But it's kind of late. I mean, Congressman, we'll find out.
Exactly.
We'll find out eventually the truth. I appreciate it.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.